Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to check the Eachine Vwhoop90 Micro Brushless 2-in-1 quadcopter / hovercraft. This is going to be a pretty short video since I can tell you up front that this is not a recommended product, and shortly you're going to see why. Inside the box you can find the user manual, 3 250 mAh 1S LHV batteries, a bag with one set of extra propellers, a screwdriver, a simple USB charger, and 2 double-sided stickers, and finally the Vwhoop90 quadcopter. As you can see, it has a servo on top, so it enables you to convert it from a hovercraft into a quadcopter. In terms of components, the Vwhoop90 is using 0802 19,000 kV motors, 3-bladed 40mm propellers. On the center we can find the RacerStar Crazybee F3 flight controller. It comes pre-flashed with Betaflight 3.5, and you can get it either with an Frsky, Flysky, and DSMX built-in receiver. Finally, on the top we can find the servo that helps you to convert between the two modes, and on the front a 700 TV line CMOS camera with an integrated 25mW VTX that supports 48 channels. Changing between the modes is done using an auxiliary channel, which is by default pre-assigned to auxiliary channel number 2, but if you'd like you can change it on Betaflight. So I assigned it to this switch, and as you can see it is changing between the modes, so now it's a quadcopter and now it's a hovercraft. Now, by the way, the binding button is located on the top of the flight controller, so it is not very convenient to reach it. So the easiest option to bind this board is to head over to Betaflight, connect to the quadcopter, head over to the CLI, and enter Frsky_bind. And as you can see, after pressing enter, now the board is in binding mode. Just as a reminder, under the receiver tab on Betaflight, you can choose between Frsky D, which is using the D8 protocol, and Frsky X, which is using the D16 protocol. So choose whichever one you want to use, then put your Frsky transmitter on D16 or D8, depending on the protocol that you chose, and hit bind after the quadcopter is in binding mode. The weight of the Vwhoop90 is 31.8 grams, not including a battery, and 38.7 grams including it. So it's about 10 grams heavier than the US65. Unlike the all-in-one camera of the US65, the camera of the Vwhoop does not support smart audio, so configuring the channel and band is done using this button over here. Short pressing it is going to switch between the 8 available channels, and long pressing it is going to switch between the 6 available bands. The camera is not mounted properly on the front of the quadcopter, that's why you're going to see lots of jello in the flight footage. Now, after this short introduction, the next thing I'm going to do is to head outdoors and show you how it performs, and I'm going to see you in a bit in order to give you my conclusion. Okay, so let's do some line of sight driving or hovering and flying. There are some little rocks here, but it can manage. Now let's move to flying, and there you go. So it's actually not a bad line of sight flyer. You probably will enjoy more line of sight flying it than flying it FPV. Whoop. And I tried to flip it, and then that's what happens. So like in FPV, I don't suggest doing any acro stunts with this flyer because it's probably just not going to end well. And let's get back into hovering mode and bring it back.
Let me show you something.
So overall, priced at $80, I suggest spending your money on other quadcopters. The Eachine trash can, for example, costs almost the same, and you are going to much better enjoy your money if you're going to get it. The only good thing I can tell you about the Eachine Vwhoop90 is that it's pretty cool to show people how it converts from a hovercraft into a quadcopter and vice versa. But besides that, it doesn't fly well, there is tons of jello, the build quality is very poor, and also when you convert it from a quadcopter to a hovercraft, the servo can get stuck in this position and then you will need to manually fix it. And also the way it's built is not very aerodynamical and you won't be able to perform any stunts. If you happen to get it, what I recommend to do is to get a frame and a canopy of Mobula 7 and convert it to a 1S Whoop. And if you have a Mobula 7, you can also try this 0802 19,000 kV motors on the Mobula 7 because it might improve its performance. On a more positive note, I can tell you that this is a pretty creative design from Eachine and I like this idea. And I think that what they should have done is to release this quadcopter as a kit version and also bundle it with a quadcopter frame, and then it could have been a nice do-it-yourself project. As always, I thank you for watching my video, I hope you enjoyed it and you find it useful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell if you're not already subscribed. See you in my next videos, and goodbye.